Hey YouTube, it's MIgardener again, and we're here with the end of week 20 update. Finally we hit 20, I'm excited. So I'm going to jump right into this because it's going to be pretty big. Peppers grew even more. These are big peppers. These are big peppers. Alright, so here's the other peppers. They're coming right along. For you, the last time you saw them, they were just little baby ones. Now you got some pretty larger ones coming on here. Definitely larger. There's some ones over there, all getting set on. There's a fairly good size one right there. They're all growing. Over here is the Sweet 100. We moved it from that spot to this spot because, as you can see, we're going to trellis it up and up and up and up, and hopefully we're going to get all the way up there. That's about maybe an 18-foot trellis, so 18, maybe. No, I wouldn't say 18. I'd say probably about 12 or 13. 18's a bit much. But as you can see, look at all those flowers. There's some tomatoes there. There's some tomatoes there. And there's some more coming on there. Here is the yellow pear. I already have some tomatoes down there, and I spread some organic fertilizer, so it's all organic still, don't worry. There's some tomatoes there, and then there's another little group of flowers right there. And over here are some more pepper starts. These were going to be for the teacher's giveaway, but they never came up in time. But then once the warm weather kicked back in, they came up. So now we got about, I'd say, 45 to 50 peppers that we're going to have extra. So I don't know what we're going to do with those. Patio tomato, looking great. Putting on lots of tomatoes here. Now this is a determinate variety, so it has been determined how many tomatoes it's going to get and how tall it's going to get. So I'm guessing that this is going to be done by about midsummer. So I'll have something else to replace it. I don't know what, but you know, it's always worth growing different varieties because you never know what you're going to like. And hey, it might put out tomatoes really fast and then kind of sparse them out. I don't know. I've never grown it, so I really don't know. Here's my Rutgers, looking really great. I'm amazed by how much this thing has grown in about a day or two. After that rain, we had a solid 3 days of rain. Black cherry right here, definitely got some nice cherry tomatoes coming on right there. White cherry, got a little group of flowers right there. Some more tomatoes down there, and that looks to be it for now, but I'm sure there'll be more coming. Jamaican habanero, definitely coming along now that this hot weather's kicked in. I don't see any flowers, but it's coming. White eggplant, definitely gotten taller since you've last seen it. Over here, we got some zucchini. Yeah, I'm excited to eat that. I'm excited to make a zucchini salad, actually. My mom makes a pretty nice one. She takes some green zucchini, yellow zucchini, onions and whatnot. I don't know what all she puts in it, but she fries it up there and it's pretty delicious. Then there's another zucchini here on this behemoth of a plant. There's my hand for a reference. This is like the biggest leaf I've ever seen. It's pretty amazing. But just kind of something to brag about, I guess. I don't know. You got to brag about something in your garden. Here's my Rosa Biensa eggplant. Coming along great. Here is my Mr. Stripey. Finally got a Mr. Stripey tomato. I'm excited to see what this one turns into. I'm really excited. There's another group of flowers right there, and some more right there. We've been eating lettuce like crazy. We've been giving it away by the gallon bags for free. So, yeah, planted a little bit more than we need, but hey, no problem. Here is the peas. Finally got some peas coming on. Down there's another couple flowers. And so we're really excited for that. They're really filling out great. Here we have some little zucchini starts in here. And some more little voluntary tomatoes. I don't know how they got in there, but whatever. Here is our purple cabbage, I believe. Yes, it's purple cabbage. We put some purple cabbage in there by seed. The other tomatoes kind of came up. It's kind of weird. But bell peppers that we transplanted in here are coming on great. There's lots of flowers right there. right there, right there. So we're gonna have a pretty good variety. Over here is our extra starts. We started some seeds from, or not seed, we started some plants from cuttings that we'd done from tomatoes that we only had a couple of or whatever, like the Mr. Stripey. We really like the variety. It's a nice heirloom, and you know, I only have one of them, so if something happens, I like backups, and plus I like more variety, because if it's only one plant, it might not put out that many. So we're gonna try to get more. Here is my Rutgers, my black cherry, my 2 beefsteak, my yellow pear, white cherries come along great. This I think is actually rooting. My Bonnie Best not looking too good, but maybe it's just because it was hot out today and it's just trying to put out some roots. Here's my Champion. That is an amazing tomato plant right there. My Jet Star, also a very amazing plant, and my 2 red cherry plants, or my 2 red cherry tomatoes, because I had to pull out. When I show you back there, I'll show you what I had to do. I had to pull 2 out because they were stunted and diseased, as you may have seen in the previous updates. So I didn't want them spreading, so I just pulled them out. So I'll get back to that in a second. Alright, so we're back here at the back garden now. As you can see, basil's coming up great. Thyme is coming up great. And over there, there's parsley, and the cilantro is really coming along. Ah, mosquito, dang it. I don't have any spray on, so I might be jiggling a little bit, sorry. Here's the green onions, and there's some dill sprouts right there. Alright, wow, the mosquitoes are bad out tonight. Here's the sweet cherry pepper. Yeah, sweet cherry pepper. Then random tomato that came up from the compost pile, another random tomato, another random tomato, another random tomato, another random tomato, and another random tomato. They all came up in the pepper bed. So they must have been in the compost pile and came from a tomato from last year or something. But we'll take them either way. Here is the Thai peppers. They had something nimbling on them, and we found out it was some grubs. So we put some diatomaceous earth on them, and then we also fertilized and killed the grubs when we went out at night and caught them. So they are no more terrorizing our garden. Here is the pepper bed. As you may have seen in the last update, it was kind of small and stunted. And my phone is ringing, so I will be right back. Sorry, that was actually Bree. But yeah, so back to where I was. I think I was at the peppers. They were a little stunted because of the cold weather and constant rain, but now that the rain has stopped, they are kicking into high gear. Here is the pepperoncinis. They're coming along great. I actually ate one of the mild jalapenos the other day, and yum, it was delicious. Pretty hot, but I don't mind it every once in a while. It's kind of nice to try a hotter pepper. And these are all the bell peppers. Really great. I believe, oh yes, right there. There's a nice big size bell pepper. Over here, they're starting to flower. And so I'm pretty excited about the flowers. Tomatoes, I put some diatomaceous earth on them as well, because I didn't want any aphids coming on there or little microorganisms spreading diseases. So I just powdered on some diatomaceous earth. It's not a disease, do not worry. They are as healthy as can be, and I also fertilized. So here is the Black Beauty eggplant, definitely the best one. I'm very proud of these. These are huge as can be. I mean, my hand is about, it's about as big as my hand actually. Everything else is coming along great. We had a little deer problem. The deer actually ate the tops of my pink brandy wines. Not very happy about that. So all I did was I went into my garage, pulled out some of the diatomaceous earth, which is the rabbit and deer repellent, powdered it on the leaves, and I haven't had a problem since. So hey, I guess it works. The corn, not going to hit knee high by the 4th of July, clearly. But we might hit like shin high, if that counts. Here is the green onions, coming along really great. And over here is the regular onions, really doing good. I'm expecting them to start forming a bulb, hopefully sometime soon. And here's the Swiss chard. We've been picking it like crazy. We don't like to wait till it gets really big and bitter, because we don't like it bitter, obviously. We like it small, kind of like spinach. no bigger than that. That's ready to be picked any day now. So, yeah, you know, some people like it bigger. I don't. Neither does my mom and dad. Here is the cayenne pepper. We have a cayenne pepper down right there. The yellow, the sweet banana pepper is right there. It's coming along great, beautiful. There's one of our last heads of broccoli, or actually there's one more over there. But we picked them and they were delicious, they were amazing. So next to come up is the cauliflower. And I already have started tying up the heads because we don't want them to get turned green from the sun. So there's some cauliflower heads forming. Here's the other tomatoes. Ray, if you're watching this, your tomatoes are probably the healthiest ones now out of all of the tomatoes. They are sturdy as heck, green as heck, and they are actually kicking into gear finally. We were a little worried about the size, but they're doing just fine. My fantastic tomatoes are putting on some flowers, and my McDonald's Delights are growing great. And also, if you didn't see, my other McDonald's Delights are probably up to the third rung in the tomato cages, so they're coming along really great as well. San Marzanos, Romas, and that's the Super Marmon. Sorry, what am I saying? I don't know. Wow, that was a pretty big mistake there. Anyways, no big deal. Potatoes, kind of falling over there. They got really tall. Bree and I tried to manage them, but after a while we had a pretty harsh rain, as most of America did. So if you're watching this, you probably got that rain as well that came through. Just pummeled our plants. We didn't really have any other choice but to let them just lay down and then grow from there. So that's what we're doing. We're just letting them kind of lay down and do whatever. Not a big deal. Carrots, I spread some more diatomaceous earth on them because I didn't want the rabbits and deer getting in them. So they're doing good though. For how long ago I put them in, I'm pretty happy. Daikon Radishes doing great. Beets doing great. They're putting on some pretty nice leaves. Celery, more Daikon Radishes. Beans, again I sprayed some diatomaceous earth on them because, as you can see, the darn deer came through here and topped every single one of my plants. So I'm not too happy about that. Really not. I was pretty frustrated. But like anything you know about gardening, it's what happens. I mean, the animals come in, they don't care. They'll just eat everything because it's a dog-eat-dog world. I mean, you gotta protect them. So that's what I did. I just put down a invisible odor barrier. And the stuff does stink, by the way. Watermelon radishes, we planted a second succession of those. Hopefully we're going to get something. There's some more, they're an heirloom variety of radish. French breakfast, that's what it is. Cucumbers have really stepped it up a notch in the past week. Before you saw them, they were not even clinging onto the fence. Now they put on about 1.5 feet of growth, and they are clinging onto the fence. Second one, doing really good. It hasn't really formed any of those nodules, like the clingy things, but I am assuming those are coming soon. Another cucumber is kind of smaller and stunted, but they're all kicking into gear. We're letting our spinach go to seed, and I believe that'll be it for the first video. Stay tuned for the second edition and the second episode, and I'm going to post this as a 2-episode video, I guess, because it's going to be too long. So stay tuned for that, and I'll get back with you.